Ocean acidification, often referred to as the evil twin of climate change, is one of the most pressing environmental challenges affecting marine ecosystems. This process occurs when the ocean absorbs excess carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, leading to a decrease in the water's pH levels. Over the past 200 years, the oceans have absorbed about 30% of anthropogenic carbon dioxide emissions, causing a 26% increase in ocean acidity. While this process helps reduce carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it has profound and harmful impacts on marine life. Ocean acidification significantly affects calcifying organisms such as mollusks, corals, and certain plankton species. These organisms rely on calcium carbonate to build their shells and skeletons. As ocean acidity increases, the availability of carbonate ions decreases, making it harder for these creatures to form and maintain their structures. Weaker shells make mollusks like oysters and clams more vulnerable to predators and environmental changes. Coral reefs, vital ecosystems for marine biodiversity, are particularly vulnerable. Acidified waters hinder the ability of corals to produce their calcium carbonate skeletons, slowing reef growth and making them more susceptible to erosion. Coral bleaching, often caused by temperature stress, is further exacerbated by acidification. The degradation of coral reefs impacts countless species that depend on them for habitat and food. Plankton, the foundation of the marine food web, also faces threats from acidification. Coccolithophores, a type of plankton that forms calcium carbonate plates, experience reduced growth rates under acidic conditions. As plankton populations decline, it triggers a cascading effect through the food chain, affecting fish, marine mammals, and seabirds. Ocean acidification can alter the behavior and survival instincts of marine organisms. Studies have shown that fish exposed to acidic waters struggle with predator avoidance, navigation, and reproduction. For instance, clownfish exposed to acidified water lose their ability to detect predators, increasing their mortality risk. These behavioral disruptions can have long-term consequences for fish populations and the ecosystems they inhabit. The ripple effects of ocean acidification disrupt entire marine ecosystems. Species that are more resilient to acidification, such as jellyfish, may thrive, potentially leading to an imbalance in marine biodiversity. This shift can alter food web dynamics, decrease fishery yields, and undermine the livelihoods of communities that rely on marine resources. Ocean acidification poses serious economic challenges, particularly for industries dependent on marine life. Fisheries and aquaculture, valued at billions of dollars globally, are at risk as key species face declining populations. Shellfish farming is already witnessing reduced yields due to weaker and slower-growing oysters and mussels. Coral reef degradation also affects tourism and coastal protection, increasing economic vulnerability for coastal communities. Addressing ocean acidification requires global efforts to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. Transitioning to renewable energy, implementing carbon capture technologies, and protecting blue carbon ecosystems like mangroves and seagrasses are essential steps. These ecosystems not only sequester carbon, but also act as natural buffers against acidification. On a local level, managing stressors such as overfishing, pollution, and habitat destruction can enhance the resilience of marine ecosystems. Additionally, selective breeding programs in aquaculture are exploring ways to cultivate shellfish species better adapted to acidic conditions. Ocean acidification is a silent yet pervasive threat that demands immediate attention. With carbon dioxide levels continuing to rise, the consequences for marine life and human communities dependent on the ocean will intensify. A combination of global policy changes, scientific innovation, and community-led conservation efforts is essential to mitigate the impacts of acidification and preserve the health of our oceans for future generations. By understanding the effects of ocean acidification and taking proactive measures, we can work toward protecting marine ecosystems and ensuring their sustainability in the face of a changing climate.